Alright guys, so we got a restring video to do today. We have a PRS acoustic. This is the A50E from 2021. Let's put some new strings on it. Okay, so we have a very nice PRS acoustic. It's got the bird inlays here, but the strings, they are really brown and they look really dirty. Maybe they're supposed to look like that, but I'm gonna go ahead and restring this one. They just look real dirty to me, so let's string this thing up and get it ready for sale. Alright, so first things first, we'll pull the strings off. I've got my Ernie ball little string thing here that gets these things to come off quick. Yeah, these strings just look dirty. And so somebody's played it, although it has a date of June 2021. So it is not very old at all. And I think after I put these strings on here, you don't want to call anything mint. But I have a feeling I can probably call this guitar mint after I put a nice new set of strings on it. Okay, so I've got the strings off. And so let's just check and see if the neck is nice and straight. And it looks really straight. You don't really see anything behind here. Maybe a little tiny bit here and here, but you want a little bit of neck relief. So that is looking good right there. Here in the case, it does have a truss rod tool and an extra bridge pin. And then it's got your instructions on the Fishman pickups that are installed in this guitar. Right, so just looking at the neck, the scale length is 25.3. So it's smaller than a Fender scale length, just by a tiny bit. Now Gibson scale length, and leave it in the comments if I'm wrong, but Gibson scale length is 24 3/4. Fender scale length is 25.5. This is 25.3, so just a little bit smaller than Fender. And when I put my straight edge on here to kind of check the neck, I did use the long scale, and it does fit in there. Now it's a little bit, you know, it does work nicely, but yeah, it's for a long scale, but it is a little tiny bit shorter from the nut to the bridge than a Strat. This has 20 frets, mahogany neckwood, wide and fat is the neck shape. So it's for the guys that like the wider neck. Ebony fretboard with the birds. And the fretboard radius is 11.8. So very close to a 12-point radius. And it has the PRS double action truss rod, so you can tighten the truss rod to give some back bow. You can loosen it. Guitars in this day and age, everything should have a dual action truss rod. I know they didn't start doing that until recently. And this guitar does have a bone nut on it, and you can see it's built by Cortec, so that's the Cort factory, and it is in China. But I mean, we can talk about how the quality of some Chinese guitars is getting better and better, and this is proof of that. So the bird inlays are the abalone, and they're the real deal, made out of the shells. It has the same binding all the way around the body, which is really nice. It has the abalone binding here in the sound hole, and a stripe down the back of the guitar that runs all the way down to the end here. And you do have your output jack here and a 9-volt battery. This in a lot of ways is better than having it here where you have to wrap your strap around it. And then if we get inside here, we do see the PRS branded Fishman pickup, and you've got a volume and a tone. Okay, I'm just going to spray a little tiny bit of some finish enhancer. So just to try to, there's some fingerprints on it. Okay, so yeah, just to get some of the fingerprints off of it. And again, I'm looking at this guitar, and it is used. It's a pre-owned guitar that I bought. It is available if you guys want to give me a call, but keep in mind, when you're watching videos, keep in mind, if you suddenly decide, hey, I'm going to call that guy, I'm going to call Zim and try to buy that guitar from him, keep in mind, look at the upload date. Don't call me, 3 years from now. This baby will be long gone. Today's string choice, Ernie Ball Earthwood, medium lights. So this is 12 through 54. This is what I'm going to throw on here today. And just, I thought it'd be a real quick video to show you this beautiful guitar that I have, and to just show you that I put some new strings on it. A lot of my local guys, they watch my videos just to kind of see what new stuff comes into the store, because a lot of interesting items like this one, I would do a YouTube video on it just to show the locals that live here in the Phoenix area. If they want to drop into the shop, it'll be here until it sells. Hopefully it'll sell quickly, but it might be, you need that certain kind of guy that wants it, and it might actually take, might take a couple weeks, might take a month. But I have a feeling this one will go quick. Okay, we're getting there. 2 more. It's going fast. I haven't screwed anything up yet. I haven't accidentally dented the guitar. It happens sometimes. Stuff happens. You'll accidentally dent one once in a while. If it's my guitar, that doesn't bother me. I mean, it does, because it brings its value down. If it's a customer's guitar, I immediately call them and say, oh my God, you're not going to believe this. I accidentally put a little dent on your guitar. It happened a couple of years ago at my old location. I was working on a really nice Fender Strat, and I had it up like this, putting a string in the back or something, and it fell forward. And so all the stuff that you leave here on your workbench, you probably shouldn't have stuff right here. And all the stuff you have hanging on your back, up here on the back wall, that's not a good idea either. Because if that stuff falls, it's going to land on your customer's guitar. But you see it all over the place with, guitar shops, and everybody has a wall of stuff hanging in front of them. But it's not always your best plan. Okay. So if you guys have watched this far into the video, thank you guys so much. Think about hitting that like button and giving me a little thumbs up once in a while. If you're interested in supporting the channel, I do have t-shirts that you can get if you go on to Teespring. There's a link in the description down below. And you can get yourself a ZIMM'S Guitars t-shirt. They make great presents for the old man guitar players in your life. Or those old guys that are obsessed with watching guitar YouTubers. You can hear that string just stretching. And they move around underneath the bridge pins a little bit. until you kind of get them locked into place. They settle in. Luckily for this guitar and this video, I'm not just scraping off stickers. A lot of videos, there's me scraping off stickers off of guitars. Alright, now comes this scary part of the video, guys. I'm gonna strum it a little bit for you. So everybody get your earplugs out. Here we go. Alright, so I have it plugged into my little practice amp down here. Okay, so that's just the camera mic picking it up right there. But now I've also got it plugged into a little amp down here, and so let's just... This is just the sound from my camera. The strings will stretch out just by playing them a little bit. Usually I'm not very aggressive when it comes to stretching them on a nice acoustic like this. So with the Fishman electronics here, the dial on the right is volume, and then on the left is the tone. That's with the treble all the way up. Let me lower that about halfway down. Very nice playing guitar. There's no dead frets on it. It's in, I'm going to call it mint condition. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody get out there and buy a new guitar.